We've talked on the YouTube channel about Destiny and this franchise as a whole, guys, and our hopes for the future and what it could maybe all look like. Well, in this segment of the show, I wanted to talk with you guys about everything that we want out of Destiny 3, the next continuation of this franchise moving forward. So let's get into it. When I say we, guys, I mean myself in particular. I'll be giving you guys my opinions here. I'd love to hear yours in the comment section down below. So let's get into it. So, guys, for me, a really big thing for me moving in from Destiny 2 to Destiny 3 is I want to see a full campaign here. And look, I understand the need for multiplayer in games and such, and I've stated many times that multiplayer is very important because it brings you back to the game over and over again. And that in Destiny 3 is no different here. However, coming off of Destiny 2, we had no campaign. And so a multiplayer experience, and look, I know they're continuing to update it and such, which is great, but having an experience that is a single player experience where you're able to go through the story and learn more about the lore and the story that is Destiny as a whole, I think will be very important moving forward. Bungie are great storytellers. We know this from the Halo games, and moving into Destiny, I want to see continuations of that and kind of get get more of a feel for what this, the future of this game and franchise is going to look like. They're trying to still fix, of course, Destiny 2 at this point, but I really want them to kind of move in this direction where they're going to have a full package, where they have, a single-player story, co-op elements, multiplayer, of course, but overall, there's multiple ways you can connect with the game is very important to me. That leads me to the next thing, which is new characters, new environments, new locations, new places to explore and such. I would love to see, a semi-open world in the campaign, maybe even a full open world, just to learn as much as we possibly can about the Destiny franchise, because we, of course, had a game where we didn't really get any of that. We didn't get to kind of learn more about the story. I mean, you get to learn certain things, of course, as they're adding content along the way, but what I'm getting at is from the story perspective, I really want to be able to explore and understand different things about the lore and the story that is Destiny, and I think it's primed for something like that moving into Destiny 3. That leads me to the next thing, guys, which, of course, having, similarities to, the other games, that being like Destiny 1 and Destiny 2, but also having those differences, having new weaponry, having new ways you can traverse the world, having new customization, items and such, being able to customize your character, customize your weapons and things of that nature, where you're able to earn items over paying for items, I think is really important. And what I'm getting at here, guys, is we look at the microtransactions that are put into a lot of these games nowadays, and I think that it's okay to have, different, payable items, but I think it's really important to have earnable items that people are trying to earn within the game, and you can kind of like show those things off in multiplayer and such, and I think that's really important to bring people back to the game over and over again. Destiny has a very solid fan base. In order to grow that, I believe ways like implementing, having earnable items over that of payable items, I think would be a great way to really build this fan base in a major way. Another thing, guys, for me, is I want to see the continuation here of Destiny. I just want to see Destiny 3 come out, not only because Bungie had already teased it years ago, but also because I just think it's important that they kind of get almost a fresh slate here. They're no longer, tied to Activision whatsoever, and they can do their own thing now with Destiny 2, but it's a little bit too little too late in my opinion. I think Destiny 3 would bring a lot of those people back to at least try the game, and I think it would also bring people back to at least see what it's all about. And, that kind of leads me to the next thing, which is having free-to-play, elements to Destiny 3. That being like the multiplayer or, certain modes within the multiplayer, co-op or something of that nature, where there's free-to-play elements to Destiny 3 that people more and more, whether you're talking big personalities or just people who just like playing games casually, can at least try the game and see what they think about it, and maybe they'll decide to buy the full version, that being like the campaign the campaign and like co-op modes and such. Having free-to-play elements, guys, I think is really great. You look at big titles out there like Call of Duty Warzone, you look at, Fortnite and Valorant, all these different games that have free-to-play, totally free-to-play, or have elements of free-to-play, I think is really important, especially for Destiny, bringing people back to the franchise. And with that, guys, these are the main things that I would like to see in Destiny 3 moving forward. Of course, I want to see Bungie kind of have their own, their own kind of flavor to Destiny 3, not being tied to Activision, being able to kind of do their own thing, have everything kind of the way they want it. They can kind of go at it at their own pace. I'm excited to see that and see what they're able to come up with. We'll have to wait and see, guys. As we get more information, I'll be sure to give it to all you guys as we hear more about Destiny 3. But with that, I want to pass it on to you guys. What do you guys think? Do you guys want to see a Destiny 3? And if so, what are the things that you want changed from Destiny 2 to Destiny 3? Let me know in the comment section down below. And for more Destiny 3 content and videos, stay here with Zero TV.